What is up, MFers? Hope you guys are having an amazing freaking day, doing a little bit of ice fishing today. Welcome to the winter wonderland. We've gotten a lot of snow here lately. I'm not too fond of that. But the good news is, if you guys like ice fishing, it's been very, very cold. So we got plenty of ice fishing coming your way. Actually, we're gonna do some open water fishing later this week. But we'll get to that in just a sec. Setting, as you guys can tell, is a little bit different than the usual setting we've had the last few days. We are in inner city Omaha, where I'm from here in Omaha, and we are going to do some ice fishing at a little local inner city pond. Pond is right back there behind me. We're just past where those cars are that are looking at me wondering why I'm talking to a camera. Actually haven't explored or ice fished this lake yet this year, but last year when I came here, I caught my biggest bass I've ever caught through the ice. It was probably like a 6-pounder. I was totally stoked on it, and I fished this open water too. There's many more slaunches just like that one. So it's time to stop talking to you guys and time to start talking to you guys over there on the lake as I fish. Okay, let's go. A little snowy out here, like a freaking foot. Ugh. Sick of it. I'm done with winter, guys. I'm done. Holy deep snow. Good God. All right, got 4 or 5 holes drilled, getting around to the snow. Dogs will lose their day of mind. Anyways, getting around the snow is not gonna be easy, so I don't know how much water we're gonna be covering today. We don't got that big of a pond though, at least, but yeah, like I said, there's giant bass in here, and that's the main thing we're gonna be targeting. There's also really big catfish, along with the surprise catfish species that I've never caught before through the ice. So per the usual, we have tip-ups, we have big shiners. We're gonna deploy some of those, and then we're gonna get jigging around for some big old slaunchy large heads and catfish and bluegill and whatever the hell will bite. Let's catch some. Okay, drop down and already hooked up with a giant. A lot of these guys in here, I think. That's why the bass fish are giant. Just to start. But we're catching some. This is, I know you're shocked. I'm using a little perp again. Yep. What's up, bud? Go get eating. Go draw in a giant fish. Okay? Great. Awesome. Going out, catching a bunch of these guys is fun. I might have to bring Max back here or something. But I'll be honest with you guys, I've been out fishing, doing a lot of ice fishing this year, and going around these ponds, catching panfish, little bluegill, crappie, sunfish. It's getting really, really old, and I want to catch something big, a big bass, big catfish, whatever it may be down there. So we're gonna speed the process up a little bit. That's why I brought this guy along with me. So let's get this guy chopped up. I think I'm gonna put him on a spoon, and we're just gonna start covering some water, pounding some of these glory holes, like Porn Stash would say. And yeah, I think some bigger bait might help us get some a little bit bigger. Well, sorry, bud, you bit the wrong cricket today, and now you're gonna be cut bait. That rhymed. Let's go with this meaty little chunk. Yeah, got some guts in there. Yep, we're gonna want this chunk. All right, we're gonna take meaty little bluegill chunk, hook it with our treble on Mr. Spoon guy. Look at that. We have chunk of bluegill on the spoon. I like it. Ah, on the spoon, huh? Oh God. Even the little guys want the spoon. I just switched up to the Swedish nipples because I wasn't getting anything except pecks. Of course, bluegills were eating, little cannibalistic bluegills were eating their friends off of the big spoon. So just switched up to the Swedish pimple because that's what I caught the old donkey sore on last year, and a couple other bass too. But yeah, we're moving around now. We're drilling some new holes, checking some new water. So far, that's all to show, but eventually we'll come across one, I think. There we go. That's definitely not a bluegill. That could be a giant. Oh. Yep, he knows he's hooked now. Come on. Head through. Head through. Or take your time. Taking your time is cool too, man. I don't know if this is like a basic size or a giant or what? He came right up to the hole. Oh, that's a big. Come here, bud. Oh God, it's a giant. Come on, bud. Little freaking tiny troubles make me not happy. Okay, okay, okay. What you guys know about that one right there? That's like a 5.5 pounder. Yeah, that's a freaking tank. Hell yes. That's why we're out here doing this today, guys. Because these freaks live in this lake. Look at that guy. Big old female. Donk. Like, not gonna lie, guys, I was starting to get a little bit worried jigging around in all these freaking bluegill down there. But put this down. I saw this guy chase it from like 4 feet down all the way to the bottom, like 9 feet of water. And it's not a bluegill. Came right up to the hole. I was reeling him in. It was a super lethargic fight. That's it's a freaking 5+ pounder through the ice. My biggest of the year so far this year. 5.25 probably or so. 21 or so inches. Awesome, awesome fish, a little inner city pond. All right, big girl, let's get you back down this snowy ice hole right here. Sorry, that wasn't much of a exciting release. I dropped her down a little bit and she kicked and there she went. But yeah, that was kind of out of nowhere. Just started to cover some water. Nothing on the tip up so far. Of course, on the shiners and cut bait and everything. Moved down the bank a little bit. Dropped the Swedish nipples down there. Freaking ice donkeys. Ice donkeys. Let's catch more ice donkeys today. Yeah, let's do that. Well, I'll turn morale around real quickly. Just using the old Mr. Swedish nipples with one wax worm on there. This guy actually only has 2 hook prongs left. One broke off the other day. And I kind of like that better, actually. You know, with treble hook bait, the trebles definitely work against each other. So when you only have 2 points in these little tiny hooks, keep the drag nice and loose. I almost feel like the 2 does better than 3. But yeah, I think we'll just keep on working on this break line on this bank right here. I've got like 4 more holes drilled. I don't know, we might catch multiple of those today, and we might not catch another one that big all in ice fishing season the rest of the time. About time I caught a damn good fish through the ice. Been too freaking long. Little peckerhead. Don't you eat my nipples. Dirty little nipple eater. All right, so we've switched and fished 2 holes now since the donkey sore, and all we've had is bluegill in those holes. So not feeling great about that, but I'm gonna keep moving until I catch something bigger. I know, rocket science. Oh man, they're growing. We got a donk. That's the biggest one of the day so far, I think. Bluegill was. That's like a solid 6-incher. You can't beat a solid 6-incher, am I right? That's not a donk. Well, I guess at this lake you just weed through the babies and hope that a Donkeysaurus, an Isosaurus rex, swims by. It's just so hard to tell on these ice fishing fish finders too, like how big the fish are. And so get in the habit of not fishing for those marks that show up. You pretty soon could lose one like the one I just saw because you were just not paying attention or didn't think anything of it. That guy didn't look any different than the 5-pound bass that was on my screen earlier. So I don't even know. I guess you weed through them and stuff. Yep. There we go. Another bass. Another bass. Oh, that's definitely not as big. He did the same thing as the last freaking bass, where he just showed up way up high in the water column, like, I don't know, 5 feet or so down. Maybe not even that, 4 feet down in 9 feet of water. And he just chased it. Beautiful little fish, but little fish. Pecked it once, super hot on it. Acted like you want it really bad, and then that was it. Stuck to my finger too, because it's a little chilly out here. The old nipple, the Swedish nipple, is getting it done today. The thing I like is the further shallower and up the lake we get, the fewer bluegill we're having in every single hole. So I just moved a bunch of tip ups, which takes forever if you guys fish tip ups, especially in this freaking foot of snow that's out here. It's a pain in the ass to move anywhere. But I just moved a bunch over to where I just caught that big one in that area, and then I'm just gonna keep working myself down that way, see if we can't catch another big. This pond
It doesn't have a ton of big ones, but it has some absolute monsters in it for a little inner city pond. It's got like some, I don't know, I don't even know how big. It's got some with frames on them that could be 7 or 8 pounds, which is giant for around here in the spring. So if we can get another big bass, that would be like a really, really good day out here. Why are there so many bluegill in this lake? They're just freaking demolishing it when I put it down there. Fish after fish after fish. I mean, it's like my screen is covered. I can't even see where my bait is. There's so many freaking gills on the screen. A school of babies. Maybe if we catch every single one of them, there'll be no more, and a big old donkey sore large head will come in. Yep, that's my strategy here. So many gills in the world today. Go away. Just leave.
We'll definitely be getting a workout today. I've been all over this damn pond. Went all the way down there on that end, and it was like the dead freaking sea. Finally just got back. I'm about halfway between where I started and down there far on the far end, and dropped down, and it's back to being freaking a million bluegill down there. What I've kind of realized is if you drop down and there's more than one fish, if there's 2 or 3 or 8, there's about a 792% chance it's all bluegill. So that's no bueno. But when I move around a little bit and I'm just getting like 1 mark, 2 mark, that's the spot you gotta be in. So something you guys can take from this, if you're in a pond like this one right here that's just totally overpopulated with little tiny bluegill, the best thing you can do is look around for areas where there's just 1 or a couple, because it really seems like the bass from those areas where they're not just a billion bluegill, because I mean, you can't even drop your jig down there without one eating it. That's where we're at right now, so we need to move around a little bit more. We only got about an hour left to fish today. Still looking for that big one. We caught 1 big one. Of course, the goal for every trip is to go catch a donk, and once you catch 1, you want to catch 2 donks. If you catch 2, you want to catch 3. If you catch 3, you want to catch a million or so. So that's what we're trying to do. Hopefully get another big one. We're going to keep working at it though. It's been a freaking workout today. I'm serious. I've been all over this damn lake in foot deep snow on this damn ice.
That's better. And it's a little bass head. Like I was saying, hey, there are bass heads in here. Pretty little fella. That was the first of the 3 bass I've caught when there was multiple fish on the screen. I think you probably know why. I mean, it's not like the little bluegills are gonna be too scared of that dude.
Kind of an anticlimactic end to the fishing day. My God, this thing, look at this car. She needs a bath, to say the least. Got freaking icicles hanging all over the place. How am I supposed to go for a car wash though when it looks like this? And you know, as soon as it gets anywhere close to freezing or 30 or 40 degrees, this is all going to be in the streets and even dirtier, along with all the freaking salt and everything else they put down. Oh, I want to show you guys this too. Been getting a lot of comments and questions about what the hell happened right here. Well, thanks to the old snow. Let me tell you guys another story. Went to get the old boat detailed. Thank God it was the old boat. Before I sold it, or I guess traded it back into the dealership. So went and got the old boat detailed before I traded it in. Everything was good. It was like decent outside, 30 degrees, you know, freaking heat wave around here. No snow on the ground. Well, I was about 40 minutes away. Could have gone to somewhere in Omaha, but wanted to go help my buddy out, so I went and supported his place out in Fremont, Nebraska. And on the way home, it decided that it was going to start blizzarding. So I mean, it's coming down between like there and here in like 45 minutes. I think it snowed almost 3 inches and it was freaking blowing. I stopped at the stoplight not far from my house and I couldn't stop. I ended up doing like a full cookie. Everything went well there. I pulled myself through it, didn't get hit by any cars. And then the last turn coming to my neighborhood, I go to stop and I gradually stop for so far and I just lost control, started spinning again. Caught myself a little bit, but unfortunately I didn't just keep spinning, I stopped. And so my boat and my truck just like crunched together, jackknifed the shit out of it, side of the boat went right here, busted all this light out, dented in that right there. Still trying to decide if we're gonna do the insurance route or just let it go and everything. So that's what happened to that one. Luckily it didn't do any damage to the boat, especially lucky it wasn't the new boat. But yeah, ice fishing, I don't know, I can't really complain on it, how it went today. Obviously would have liked to catch another one of those big old giant nasty Slonchosaurus ice bass, but just got my biggest one of the year, so definitely something to be happy about, something to be proud of. But we're in like the doldrums of ice fishing season, the middle of the year, and so it can be really, really tough. We're going to kind of mix it up tomorrow, though, and the day after that, me and Pornstash are going for a different type of species. And then this weekend, going to be still doing some ice fishing, but fishing in the bodies of water 6-7 hours away that I've never fished before, that the bite is supposed to be actually really good. So that'll be hopefully some really good content, doing something special on that trip too. I'm excited to take you guys along with me for that. But yeah, if you guys like the ice fishing stuff, if you like fishing in general, go hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Go hit the subscribe button. I'd love if you did that. Anyways, gotta go pick up the Dad Master from school. I will catch you guys very, very soon. I'm out of here. Peace.
I'm not sorry. I can't help this love like mine.
I'm not sorry. I can't stop with a love like mine.